It's me, Archeon. I am dying. Also not. I've been, I don't know, having some weird dreams lately. I don't know if any of you believe in, spiritual shit or, the just things coming into aligning, things making more sense. Also, I think my room is haunted, but not in a bad way. And that's connected to what I'm trying to talk about. So that's the thing. I've decided, fuck it. I've gotten this far on YouTube. I might as well just start talking about crazy shit. But yeah, I moved out to Alabama. I turns out I can't have certain videos up for legal reasons. Information and names can't be mentioned, or I'll get a fine for slander or something like that. So I can't talk about any of the shit. So only a few people actually kind of understand that I was in a bad situation. I'm okay now. I'm safe. I'm in Alabama. And I'm staying with a friend and his mom. So that's good. And also update, I'm writing a book. And this time I'm actually going to finish this fucking book. Every time I write something, I'm like, oh yeah, this, I need to add more detail. I need to add more stuff. And I overwhelm myself. But no, not this. This is definitely bits and pieces of my life, bits and pieces of who I am, entwined in a story. It's really simple, but it's not. It's all it is. It's just my personality being expressed through very simple events almost of a horror, like a haunting type of story. So yeah, it's really just kind of like this lady moves in to a house and she has this childhood friend and they meet up and she's kind of just like, what the fuck's going on in my house? There's some weird shit happening. And full circle back to what I was talking about, me and my room being haunted helps me with my writing because having a real haunted fucking room um does that. It's kind of divisive or useful in that way. So that's cool. But also, the reason I know there's weird shit going on is I have these weird ass dreams that are just. I'm pretty sure the ghost is a girl, and I'm pretty sure, um, she's trying to show me things. It's really fucking weird. Okay, this is personal. Okay, like every time I go to sleep, each night, I get like visions or things confronting about who I am. So the spirit's neither malevolent or benevolent. It's just being fucking honest and taking random things that I've never seen in myself and making me confront them, like deal with them. And I'll admit some of these dreams I'm having are intense, but amazing and complicated and beautiful. Just letting me be me without any limitation. And I'm not used to that. I'm not used to exploring a side of myself that is with limits or without limits, sorry. It's like, okay, I have anger issues towards a lot of the events that have happened in my life. And one of them is about someone that hurt me really badly. And in my dream, they're hugging me, but I pushed them to the ground. I hurt them. I was like, I need to run away. But I turned into a monster. So this is my most recent one. I turned into this zombie. And in this dream, it was this most vivid um, environments and everything was just very raw and real. Like, so real that I couldn't imagine this on my own. There's no fucking way. But then there's this girl in my dream, and she feels solid. Like, this feels outside of me. This feels existential. And I can't explain that. It's such a weird sensation to be like, okay, you are a whole different entity just kind of shown up here. So, yeah, I became a monster, a zombie, and I needed to run away. So, that's kind of what I did in real life. I ran away to Alabama. But in this dream, I was going to New York or whatever. So, it's different slightly. So, I don't know what that's about. But I was not just a monster, I was a zombie. I was specifically a fucking zombie. And there was like a horde of them, like, and I was like joining with them, but I was like able to control my powers and shit. I don't know. That's weird. But like, damn. I don't know. Like, the fact that there's a whole nother like energy just kind of there, but it's not evil. There's been a few other dreams, just very raw, and a lot of my insecurities, like about my hair. My hair's really long. I never really think about it, but all of a sudden I just felt insecure about it. But also I was laughing at the fact. I was like, "What the fuck? This is hilarious." Like I wasn't. These aren't insecurities I have any problem with. It was just the fact that they're being shown. I was able to fucking just laugh at it, be like, "Okay, cool. That's the thing. That's true. You're not wrong." So every time in this room, I am being like, let's say like Jedi tested or whatever the fuck. Like I'm being like, here's something about yourself that you don't think a lot about, but it's deep, deep, deep down in your subconscious. And I'm like, oh shit, you're right. That is in my subconscious. Dealing with my subconscious thoughts helps me be more creative. And inadvertently, my writing has gotten better. Like my cognition, my words, shit, like that's been like really fucking difficult. Suddenly, like my brain fog went away, and it has nothing to do with sleeping better or eating better. What the fuck is that about? Like I deal with depression, I deal with suicidal thoughts, I deal with literally like wanting to hurt myself, and my brain has just been fucking survive, survive, survive. And like there's a point where I'm just like I'm too fucking tired to keep fucking surviving. You know? Like what if I just want to fucking live? And my brain is just going, fuck it. Fuck everything. You know, you are you. I love you. I love you. I love myself. And I am just aware. I'm very aware. And I'm okay with having a bit of an attitude. I'm okay with being a little bit of a snarky butt face. Because I'm like, fuck, this is me. This is who I fucking am. At the same time, I'm humbled and I just want to fucking be. I'm humbled by the fact I get to start over, and a lot of my stress is being pulled away, but also there's some other stresses, but I feel like something is trying to calm me down, and it's not me, and it's existential. It's something outside of myself. And I've been watching some Twilight Zone shit recently, like the newer one on Paramount Plus, and starting to think, you know, maybe that's just the thing. Maybe the Twilight Zone exists or some shit. I don't fucking know what I'm actually saying. But what I'm trying to get is things we don't understand, things that are outside of us, supernatural. They are real, okay? Like, but I don't try to look at it in like a hokey fucking way, like, ooh. No, I analyze this shit as it happens. If it happens, I'm scientific as fuck. I'm like, okay, what is this? How am I feeling right now? Even if I do not understand any of it. Not really. I mean, not all the time. You can't base a full scientific analysis around this shit. You just can't. You gotta just be, open minded but reasonable. That's what I try to be. But also, the place I'm living, was like, it wasn't the best shape. It was not clean. Also, notice I can talk longer and I feel less fatigue when I talk. I feel less fatigue when I think. Like, that's something to note. That's genuinely I've been able to say more words and more sentence structures than I've been able to before. So that's amazing. I don't know if you believe in demons or shit, but I feel like something was sapping my fucking energy and now it's gone. Like it fucking left. But yeah, since I've been up here, I've been just trying to like cleanse, like heal and meditate and clean the house, but not clean the house like in a very spiritual way. I'm not shitting you. I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like in my life I've been pushed to a limit to where I don't give a fuck and I'm just going to go deep into my gut, my soul and just tap into something that is hard to explain. And yes, it's given me so much just fulfillment and joy in that I know I can clean, but I'm not like tired. I'm not completely fucked over mentally, but then there's some things that come up that do fuck me over mentally, like fighting, and there's stress and there's things about work um that I can't get into all the details. I don't want to right now, but it's not entirely my fault. I won't say that. I'll just say that there's a lot of things happening that I'm like, what the fuck? Like everyone calm the fuck down. Like let's try to get along here. Let's try to not fight. I'll just say that. Um I hate fighting. I hate it so much it makes me want to crawl into my bed and not get up. That's the one thing in my life that I wish people were more communicative in a healthy way. But I can't just change them. All I can do is encourage good behavior and subtly discourage the bad behavior. I can't just say to an adult, hey, I hate that. You're grounded. Fuck you. I can't do that. So I gotta be like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away. Hope you figure it out. That's kind of what I have to do because not because I'm a dick or I'm trying to be a mean person. It's because I have a very difficult reaction with my anxiety and my post traumatic memories of things that have occurred. So I genuinely start associating the event that's happening with something that's happened before, and I go into a spiral of emotion that's not healthy. So I need to go and decompress and reconstruct myself, and that also goes full circle to the fucking shit that I've been experiencing with this spirit or whatever that is I think trying to help me. Like it knows me more than I know myself, I think, because it's showing me things that I put away, man. Nobody knows this shit about me. And it genuinely feels like a mind, like a cognitive force going, hey, I'm gonna show you something and I wanna see how you handle it. Some shit like that. I don't know if anyone out here in my small subscription of people know or feel anything like that, but it's fucking interesting to me that this shit's happening. And again, I'm not like trying to find things, or I'm not sitting here like bullshitting and going, ooh, I think I feel something, and it's just like literally nothing. No, if it's something, I usually talk about it. I usually note and be like, no, this is something. And I've lived, I'm only 25, but I've experienced enough to know the difference between something, I'm going to admit it, something that is pretending to be a spirit and something that is not. So I know the difference. I know why they do the things they do, and that's fucking profound to know that and be like, I'm sane. I'm not losing my fucking mind right now. Because that's the first thing you'll think if you're a rational person experiencing shit. Because I'm a very rational human fucking being most of the time. You think you're losing your mind, but I've had to be careful and just, like I said, analyze it, construct it carefully, and be healthy with it. So, yeah. And plus, I've gotten counseling. So, I try to analyze things in a very psychologically sound way. But yeah, my book the book kind of goes over a lot of this shit because, I mean, if you're experiencing things like this constantly in your life and it's so just raw and real for you, you might as well write it because it's like, damn, that's such a missed opportunity to be a novel that can inspire people or, open people's minds. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going deep into my characters' like psychological state and how they think, how they feel, every little thing that they would be thinking as if you were inside their head. Like, honestly, I'm so like happy about it and proud of it that I don't think I want to stop writing it. I think I want to turn this into like a really epic story, but maybe I'll keep it short. I don't know, but man, I love my character so much. The character I put into my story is just she's perfect. Her name's Christine. And the guy okay, it's a romance horror novel. Like, okay, I'll just admit it. The guy is named Jack, and he is just fucking amazing. Like, he's what you would want to be. Is every guy like this is who you want to be. You want to be the guy who loves someone but doesn't want to change them or make them, be bound to you or attached to you. Like, this is a very pagan-esque way of looking at relationships, but he's just so open and kind and caring that, yeah, he's willing to get hurt for this. Like, it's deep. He doesn't give a shit if it kills him because he loves her so fucking much. And they're childhood friends, and that's important. And the whole point of her moving out to her old childhood house is because she's dealt with enough shit in her life. Like, her mom died, her dad died. Like, her mom overdosed on alcohol. Her dad ended up shooting himself. So, yeah, she's got a lot of baggage. She's got a lot of trauma. And she's had a lot of failed relationships, not really going anywhere. So, and her parents just had a very idealistic way of treating her. So, they wanted her to be a dancer. But she's like, fuck, dude. I can't live up to these fucking standards. Like, I can't live like that. So, there's a lot of subtle things that I feel like are super relatable to people, and that, like, yeah, you'd read it and be like, I get you. And yeah, I'll admit, there's a sex scene, or like pretty soon-ish, like all the way into chapter 4. There's full fucking on sex scene, and I was questioning it. I was going, should I rewrite this? Should I shorten it? The reason I wrote it was it just felt something. It felt something in me telling me this needed to be defined, to be described, because of how I feel men should treat women. This had nothing to do with her being an object. I wanted her to feel strong and empowered the entire time. So I'm going to admit that. So there's a lot of description of what's going on sexually, but I wanted to not make her feel like, how women are just depicted in porn, obviously, where they're just a slut or just a bitch that the guy gets to do whatever he wants to, because that's not, in my opinion, how a woman should be, or a strong female character should be portrayed at all. And that a man treating her with respect and being kind, checking on her, that's kind of the things he does. It's just he's very careful, but, he's also very upfront about his feelings at the same time. So that duality in Jack is my favorite quality about him already. Like, I can't believe I came up with this character, but also he's a representation of people I've met or known in my life. And he's got, a lot of skeletons in his closet he doesn't know how to talk about. He's got a lot of issues, but he never puts those in the way of showing people love and respect. He never lowers his standards. He's got class. You know what I mean? That's important to me. And at the same time, I wanted my female character to be a little more loose, a little bit more, just not, she's classy, but she tries to hold that up so fucking much all the fucking time because she's also a writer. So she tries to be like perfect But when she's around him, she doesn't care. She just stops giving a shit about, you know, the standards. So in a way, he has high standards, but he's learning to loosen up. And she's got high fucking standards. And that's the whole point, is them just being like, fuck life. You know what I mean? Cool. We're chilling together. We're buddies. That's really what it's about. It's about being just good friends on top of other layered emotions towards each other. Because, like, yeah, of course you find each other attractive, you find each other interesting or whatever, but there's that underlying, like, they knew each other years and years and years ago. So at the core, this is someone she feels completely safe with, she trusts, and this is not going over all the horror aspects. I kind of want to leave that a mystery, because, like, I'll leave a link below the video or whatever to the rough draft. I still have to, like, rewrite a lot of shit, but it has the main outline, the main skeletal structure of a lot of the horror aspects, and I think you guys would be or whoever wants to know about it would be really interested into knowing about, like, the haunting of her house and, like, what's going on, and it's pretty cool. I've entwined it so well in the realism and the mundaneness of their life that it does actually scare you a little. It scares me a little, and I think that's good. If I'm concerned for my character and being like, oh shit, because they feel so real, that's how I know this story's working. Like, you have to compare and be like, are these characters likable but believable, and are the chapters feeling paced well enough? But also, this story is kind of intense and dives into things pretty quick at the same time. It's paced pretty okay, I'll say. I am also debating adding a chapter in the beginning, like spacing it out a bit more. Like, it's okay to just describe her life and just add another chapter. It's totally safe and will totally work, and flesh out her interactions with her and Jack just a bit more, so that they make the transition of her, you know, having her moment with him feel more organic, because it already feels pretty organic already. That's the whole point of it, is to feel natural, not feel like a fucking Hollywood movie where he's like, I love you, and it's like, dude, like, get fucking real. Like, we got some shit we gotta fucking, like, you genuinely would start feeling for them and feeling like you're in a relationship with them. This book is fucking deep already. Like, it has so many nuanced emotions. Because, I mean, I'm gonna admit it, I got a lot of nuance in my everyday life, like the way I feel about things or how I observe people. I have so fucking much, like, attention or empathy, to the point where I almost put them in my head as literal, like, I'll say, characters. Like, they are literally people in my head. I literally analyze someone so deeply that I try to walk their shoes or try to, like, understand them. If I don't understand someone, that kind of bothers me in my life, especially if they're an asshole. And I'll admit it, sometimes I'll try to explore the darker side of myself just to be like, oh, I get why they're an asshole. Man, they got problems. Like, I'll go in and out of, like, why are they stupid? But maybe there's a deeper reason. So that helps me write good characters, helps me write villains, because I have no limit to the nuance or the depth I'm willing to go to define their character. So, yeah. This is just a huge fucking rant, but I don't care. It's beautiful. This video is beautiful. You're beautiful. And I hope you feel empowered today and that you are doing okay, and that you're doing well. Alright. I'm just gonna leave this before it turns into a 30-minute fucking video. Alright. See ya.